In the cold winter of 1957 in Philadelphia, the body of a small boy was discovered in a wooded area. His identity was unknown. He had no name. No one claimed him. He was called the boy in the box. 65 years later in 2022, he finally got his name. This is the heartbreaking story of Joseph Augustus Zarelli on February 25th, 1957. A college student walking near Susquehanna Road in Philadelphia found a large cardboard box. Inside was the naked, bruised body of a young boy around 4 years old, wrapped in a thin blanket, his arms folded across his chest. No one knew who he was. No one reported him missing. Police began an intense investigation. They took fingerprints, distributed photos across the country. But no one came forward. Thousands of leads were followed. Clues appeared, but led nowhere. In 1998, the boy was exhumed, and DNA samples were collected. In 2019. He was exhumed again. This time, advanced forensic technology helped genealogists trace relatives through DNA matches. A birth certificate was obtained through the courts. The boy was identified as Joseph Augustus Zarelli, born January 13th, 1953. His biological parents were Augustus, John Zarelli, and Mary Elizabeth Plunkett. He had living siblings, but none ever spoke publicly about him. Police located where the parents had lived, but no missing persons report was ever filed. What happened to Joseph? Why did no one look for him? Theories emerged. One suggested he was taken in by a foster family and abused. Another claimed his mother killed him and hid the truth. A strange lead came in 1960 from a New Jersey psychic. She was brought to the area where the body was found and led investigators to a nearby foster home. Inside the home, a bassinet was found that matched the box. Joseph had been found in blankets on the clothesline, resembled the one wrapped around his body. It was theorized that Joseph was the child of the foster father's stepdaughter, and that they disposed of him to avoid scandal, but all children in the home were accounted for, and the family denied involvement. The case went cold again in 2002. A woman known only as Martha told police that her mother had bought a boy named Jonathan and abused him until his death. Martha claimed the boy was Joseph Augustus Zarelli. Police found her story plausible but could not verify it. Neighbors denied any child living in her home and said her claims were nonsense. Another theory from forensic artist Frank Bender suggested the boy may have been raised as a girl. His haircut looked rushed and his eyebrows appeared shaped. Bender even made a sketch showing what Joseph might have looked like with long hair. Later, two researchers pursued a possible link to a family in Memphis, Tennessee. They arranged for DNA testing, but no connection was found. Joseph was originally buried in a potter's field, but in 1998 he was reburied at Ivy Hill Cemetery in Philadelphia. The cemetery donated the plot. The casket, headstone, and service were given by the son of the man who had buried him in 1957. The grave became a place of remembrance, decorated with toys and flowers. His original headstone said, "America's unknown child," and a plaque beneath read, "Heavenly Father, bless this unknown boy on his 70th birthday." January 13, 2023, a new memorial was unveiled bearing his name and image. He finally had a name, but justice remains elusive. In December 2022, police confirmed Joseph's identity and said the homicide case is still open. Both his biological parents are deceased, but he has living half-siblings. Investigators revealed he lived past the age of 4, likely in West Philadelphia. Neighbors might remember seeing him, but no one has come forward. Joseph Augustus Zarelli now has his name, but the mystery of how and why he died remains unsolved, and his story continues to haunt generations who refuse to forget the boy in the box.